British fish prices have plummeted by as much as 80% below market rate as exporters struggle to get their products to the EU. James Withers, chief executive of Scotland Food and Drink, claimed the UK trade system was failing and predicted problems will worsen this week. He warned orders will be cancelled and EU customers will look elsewhere for their goods as he called for urgent action to fix the post-Brexit trade issues. The trade industry boss claimed 1/3 of the Scottish fishing fleet was now tied up in a harbour with some boats sailing to Denmark instead of the UK to avoid Brexit bureaucracy introduced after a Brexit trade deal was secured. In a series of tweets, Mr. Withers said, "More messages from food exporters who are finding the door to the EU is now shut. Haulage firms won't take their loads, bureaucratic, IT systems failing." A multi-billion-pound trade system is being tested for the first time, in real time. And it's going wrong. Brexit, Week 1 was bad. Week 2 will be worse. The UK government's dismissal of the request from us, and most main business organisations, for a grace period was a critical mistake. By this time next week, pressure to revisit that will be even greater. Emergency financial aid may also be necessary. The crux of all this is sheer complexity and lack of preparation time. For a product that has 24 hours to get to market, small delays at different points are crippling. He said the simplified process for moving fish from Scotland to France involves 18 steps. Mr. Withers added, for those that say businesses had years to prepare, a reminder that the final border operating model, all 160-plus pages, was published 6 hours before the end of the transition period. Yes, 6 hours. We wrote to the UK government with 100 days to go, warning that the UK could not be ready and asking for a grace period. With 60 days to go, we wrote to Boris Johnson making the same plea. There was no willingness to even ask the EU about it. Mistakes of 2020 are done. 2021 fix is now critical. The pain of Brexit this week will be much less visual than many expect. It is unlikely to be the queues of lorries on motorways or on airport runways in Kent. It will be the pain of what is not happening, cancelled orders and EU customers starting to go elsewhere for their goods. His comments follow some fishing and seafood companies describing the new arrangements as a shambles as red tape led to delays. It comes as SNP Westminster leader Ian Blackford called on Prime Minister Boris Johnson to provide Scottish businesses with Brexit compensation.